the contest, Lynn?
Well, it better make me a short list, Jay, but I'll do it here. Anybody need this frequency for any kind of emergencies before we talk vintage radio? Well, we've been getting together here for a long time to talk about the early days of single sideband and how we got here from where we started back in 1951 when Central Electronics built the first commercial exciter you could buy in a store, the Central Electronics 10A. And I was going to put mine on this evening, but I kept having some weird responses when I keyed it. So we're back on cheap and easy SSB built by KG7TR, homebrew station from QST in the mid-50s. And he built a companion receiver to go with it, all homebrew. Driving a Johnson Viking Courier at about 400 watts. So, let's see, I've got a very short early list here, and we'll talk to those people. And I don't want to talk too long here because I'm not going to hear a lot of people with the amount of noise here I got in Central Austin. There was a 5JJ. I didn't get the prefix to his call. The first person I heard there. 5JJ, are you still there? Well, maybe he's not back. Okay, TXW, talk to us, George. Wait, yeah, 5JJ, is that you?
AC5JJ. This is Dwayne. I'm located here in Cove, Texas, which is a little bit northeast of Baytown. The station here is a Yaesu FTDX 401, and I'm using a Shure 444 microphone on a off-center fed 80-meter dipole, apex at about 30 foot. And band is not too good a shape, but I hear everybody pretty good anyway. Anyway, thank you, Lynn, for picking me up. AC5JJ.
Okay, is it Dwayne? Did I get that right?
Roger.
Well, Dwayne, is this the first time we've talked to you? The call didn't ring a bell with me.
Well,
anyway.
I guess that's who you were referring to, so anyway, here I am.
Well, welcome aboard. Glad you could join us this evening. Okay, let me talk to my neighbor, TXW. George?
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net. For the finest hour of amateur radio for the week, the Boat Anchor Net. This is WB5TXW George in Austin on the usual S-line gear, 32S175, S3030L1, the power supply. Speaker box, Shure 44 out to the dipole in the woods. And everything seems to be working. And welcome everybody to 75 meters in the summertime. WB5TXW back to net.
Yeah, George, that station still sounds good. Good to hear this evening, and thanks for helping out with net control last week. If Jay and I get worn out here, we'll probably throw it your way for a little bit. Okay, let's see here now. Dan, WOZ, can you still hear me down there? Maybe not. KWOZ, am I still on the air? Okay. KJ5GQM, Barry, talk to us.
Hey, Lynn, thanks for picking me up. This is KJ5 in Mason, and I'm listening on the Drake 1A tonight and sure do wish it had a noise blanker, but we're doing the best we can out here. Probably one of the closer stations to the storm that's rolling in, so I'm struggling with the static factor tonight.
Okay. Yeah, it's noisy here too. Tell me the difference between tonight and last week when it was real distorted. What's the difference?
And driving the 600L amplifier at about 300 watts. Out to an infrared long wire antenna at 155 feet up in the air. And that's the situation here. Back to you, Will.
Okay, I'm wondering, last week when there was a lot of distortion and you tried that rig, what was the difference? You fixed it. What was wrong last week? Any idea?
Yeah, I had some issues with relays. It always seems like it comes back to relays, over.
Well, I turned up both of my Central Electronic stations, and I had to bug in both of them, so I know how it goes. I switched to, this is my third attempt to get a radio on the air, over.
Yeah, I'm on the 458 VFO tonight, as I was last week. It seems to be hanging in there pretty good. Hopefully I'm on frequency tonight.
Yeah, you sound good to me. Best I can tell with the noise. I can't give you a real critical report, but you've come a long way. Over.
Roger that. Thanks, Lynn. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Hey, KWZ, Dan, you back? Well, Dan must be down the street there. Hey, Cliff, W5DYA, talk to us.
Well, good evening, Lynn and Nanette. Here is WB5DYA, barefoot on a Kenwood PS590 tonight. To a fan dipole up about 50 feet. And I thought I was going to show off an old Yaesu, but I spent the last 2 hours, and all it does now is just look at me, and that's so distressing. Biggest problem with those radios is, as I've got old, they've got heavier. But anyway, we'll probably get it next week. Good day here, feeling better, and bought the wife a new car. She's happy. You got a happy wife, you got a happy life, and that's about it. WB5DYA, back to net control.
Cliff, I think you summarized the way most of our lives are these days, and I agree with all of it. And you're sounding good. Nice signal. Okay, it's so noisy here. I'm going to take a few check-ins. Oh, I need to talk to Dudley. Hey, Dudley, you want to tell us about maybe your recording? Are you still lurking over there at WA5QPZ? How about it?
Let me turn my mic gain up. Yes, sir. I'm right here. This is WA5QPZ, and everybody's sounding really good. Recording the net tonight, if you want to hear yourself through the static crashes, there's a few of those, pretty consistent. We must have some bad weather really coming. But anyways, you can listen to it on YouTube. It's podcast live. It's about last time I checked, 2.5 second delay in there. That's YouTube processing the video. And then you can also, if you want to hear it instantly, nearly, is going through EchoLink. So if you know how to work EchoLink, and there's neat, you can, if you're registered in EchoLink, just get on and search for my call, WA5QPZ, Quick Pink Zebras, and then you can hear yourself instantly there. I don't have anybody logged into it now, so I need at least one to verify that it actually is working, but it's there. But go to YouTube, put in my call, WA5QPZ, and it'll take you to the website. Hit the live window, and that'll be the live button, or wait about an hour after the net closes, and I'll have the video and audio pushed up to YouTube. So you'll find it just Boat Anchor net. We'll catch it. Lynn, have a good net. I'll be listening. You guys take care. K5LYN and group, WA5QPZ.
Well, we really appreciate the great work, Dudley. And by the way, I moved in frequency. I think I had drifted off by the time I called you. Do I seem to be back in the mainstream here?
Yes, sir. You're dead on.
Okay. Well, I hadn't warmed this radio up as long as it needs to be warmed up, because I was going to come on my Central Electronic stuff, and then I dropped the ball over there, so I had to shift gears here. So we're kind of onward through the fog, as we say in Austin. Okay, thanks for your great work. We really appreciate it. Anybody else want to talk to me about Vintage Radio, K5LYN, listening?
Lynn, Tom, and Kenneth are in there.
Go ahead and pick him up, Jay.
Oh, okay. KC5L, Tom, this is KM5QS. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and everyone on the net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio, and tonight we're on the usual here, talking on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone. It's driving the matching 600L amplifier, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, over doublet of about 15 feet, and we're listening on the RC98. And that's about all I got going on this evening, Jay. So back to you, KC5L.
All right, Tom, thank you. Sounding great tonight. As always, you never let us down. Oh, let me see. AG5XP, Kenneth, your turn.
Hey, hello, Jay, and everybody else out there. This is Kenny, AG5XP up here in Brownwood, the Navarone Swan 400 work in progress. Got to get enough to get on there and hope it's working like it ought to. Got it going down a homebrew doublet antenna and got a D104 microphone stuck on it. That's what we're doing here, waiting on the nasty weather to come in. Back to you, Jay, AG5XP.
All right, sounded good. Lynn, you want to go ahead and try to pick up some more?
Well, I think carry on there, Jay. I'm hearing more noise than I am stations, but maybe it'll get better as we go along.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe Dan's back. He might have had to go to the kitchen. His wife probably had something for a dish to wash or something. Dan, are you back? KWOZ?
Yeah, thanks, Jay. This is Dan. I had a phone call there and figured I better take care of that or it'd ring all night. Thanks for coming back, Jay. This is Dan, KWOZ in Houston, just running a Phil Kenwood TS830 with the DFO speaker and all that stuff, and driving a Heatkit SB220 that I got from Ricky a while back. And in fact, I got a bunch of them from him. I fixed all of them, make a new transformer for one, and just tubes and stuff and switches and things for the others. But this one works good. I just put one of those stick-on front panels on there. But I do have a little listing here. I've got a Collins S-line that's made up of a 32S1 transmitter, 75S1 receiver, works good, got power supply, 3-cap power supply, and it's got the Q multiplier, whatever they call it on the receiver. Thing works great. And I'd like to sell that whole thing. I can deliver it within 150 miles or so of Houston for $450 if somebody is interested. But if you've never run or tuned a S-line like that, you probably ought to stay away from them because it takes a little time to learn it. And if you've never worked on one, you might not want to be looking at one either. Not that they need a lot of work, but it requires some skill, I guess. And I can be reached at area code 281-974-8171. 281-974-8171. Thank you, Jake.
No problem, Dan. All right, folks, I'm sure Dan had a good enough signal, but I'll repeat it anyway. He's got a set of Collins S-line, S1, and 32S1, 75S1, 516F2 power supply. Knowing Dan, they're probably working, so no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, he only wants $450 for them. I had 2 sets of those at one time. They are dependable as the devil. If you've got any skills at all, with a little help, you can fix just about anything on them, and they'll last for a very long time. Anyway, Dan said he would be willing to deliver those within 100 miles of Houston, and his phone number is 281-974-8171. 281-974-8171. Does anyone need a fill?
Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome, sir. All right, anyone else for the net? Come now.
Yeah, Delta Kilo.
Hello, Don. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everybody. Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo. And I'm Don, and I'm in Boulevardy Spring Branch, north of San Antonio, the pretty hill country. And I'm on my normal station. It's a Drake TR4 with a D104 microphone. And I'm using an L4 amp without the B, just out to a resonant dipole at about 60 feet or so. Thanks for running the net, Jay and Lynn and everybody. And great signals, enjoying the noise. W5DK. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Don. Sounds good. 8 days or 9 days, whatever, something like that. Maybe it's just 8 days. Getting close. See you there.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
Don.
See you there.
Anyone else for the net? Come now. I believe that's it. KG5UN in Mississippi. Go ahead, sir. All right. Sounding good. It's a little light and the sun's still up over here, so you know what that means. But thanks for checking in, Ed. All right. Is there anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
Kilo Golf 5, India, Echo, Echo.
KG5, India, Echo, Echo, is that correct?
That is correct. Hey, this is Randall, KG5 IEE, up in Marshall, Texas. Not on a vintage rig tonight. Didn't get in time enough to fire one up on the Yaesu FTDX 101 MP, putting out about the 200 watts, or registered for about 185. So, hey, I have something I'm going to be bringing down to Belton. Okay, to throw it out there and let everybody know what I got.
I suppose so. Is it a boat anchor?
Oh, absolutely. My back will tell you it's definitely a boat anchor. What I've got is a National NC-173 receiver. This receiver was part of the estate, or belonged to Whiskey 5 Papa Juliet Whiskey Mark Ewing, who went silent key, I think back around 21, and I ended up getting my hands on it, actually from the realtor that sold his house. And so they found out I was a ham, and they gave it to me. I just want to find this thing a good home. It does work. It has been recapped. I just don't have space for it, and it's not really kind of in my ball game. And believe it or not, I didn't pay anything for it, and I do not want anything for it. I just want to find it a good home. So if anybody would like a NC-173, they can reach me at 817-313-3522. Thanks, Jay. Back to you, KG5IEE.
Okay. Repeat the last four of your number.
Yeah, the number is 817-313-3522. 817-313-3522.
Okay, I got that. Well, if you don't get any calls, bring it to the pit at Belton, and we'll find a home for it.
All right, I will do it. I'm planning to bring it down there. I just, if it had a place to go before I got there, I'd love to do that, but I'm going to bring it down, and, like I said, not looking for anything for it. I just want to find it a good home.
Well, I think I have a couple of prospects. I don't need it, but there's always some fella out there. I know a couple of good old boys that don't have a big billfold that might could use that. So, and you'd probably know them too if I gave their calls, but I don't want to embarrass them, so I'm not going to do it over there. But folks, just in case y'all are interested, and some of you might be, Randall, KG5 IEE up there in Marshall, Texas, the hub of the universe, according to Bingo, N5 QWD there, Corpier, who went silent key a long time ago. Good old boy. Loved him like a brother. Randall has a NC-173 national receiver in pretty good shape. It's been recapped and gone through. And it is a legacy thing from a silent key he knew. He wants to find it a good home. If you want to steal it out from under us, you give Randall a call at 817-313-3522. 817-313-3522. Will that do it, Randall?
Yeah, that'll do it. I appreciate it, Jay. We'll see y'all down in Belton in a couple of weeks, and appreciate the net here. This is KG5IE. We'll turn it back to you.
All right, thank you, Randall. Appreciate it. Thanks for the listening. All right, anyone else for the boat anchors? Come now.
Delta Hotel Echo.
Oh, Jim, go ahead.
Yep, this is old Jim. We're sitting here tonight running our magical KWM2A. That was my dream radio when I was a kid, and a 30L1 linear. They just got a MD 2000 Drake coder. D104 microphone, and a Buxcom antenna up about 40 feet. That's the story on this end tonight. And this band is the worst I've ever seen it, I believe. This K5 DAT back.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, the band is a little rough tonight. I don't think it's dark enough yet. I don't know. Or It might be the atmosphere still tore up from all that hydrogen they burned getting that rocket up in toward the moon today. So if anybody y'all out there didn't see that liftoff, it was impressive. But at any rate, thank you, Jim, for checking in. K5DHE, KM5QS. This is Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Let me see. I've been through a few. Lynn, you want to take another shot?
K5DHE, I think I'm going to give this up. Bye.
Okay, there's a little bit of a double. Jim, talk again. You and Jay doubled. DHE?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it again, Jim. I think we doubled.
Oh, Jay, I can't understand a word you're saying. You can give me a call on the phone. I think you have my number.
Okay. Well, I think he's bothered by the same kind of noise I am, Jay. That's all I know to do about it. You want me to put out a call? I don't know. I don't know if I'll hear people that come back to me, but I can give it a try. What do you think? Or we could get George, maybe.
Well, either whatever you want to do, Lynn. I can hear you okay, but I mean, you never know. The band isn't real good right now.
Well, let's see what George can do with his S line over there. George, take it and run with it for a few.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Whiskey Bravo 5 Tango X-Ray Whiskey calling the Boat Anchor Net. I will take stations one by one, station by station. CQ the Boat Anchor Net. First station, come now, over. Anybody awake out there? Over. Well, one more time. Looking for check-ins for the Boat Anchor Net. WB5TXW, over. Well, Lynn, I guess not.
Well, you know, the way the band sounds tonight, it's a far cry from what the great evenings we had here back during the winter when we could talk coast to coast, and that's not the way it is tonight. Let's see if anybody else wants to talk to me about anything, and failing that, I'll give it back to Jay, and this may be a short net tonight. K5LYN on the cheap and easy SSV all homebrew station. Anybody out there? Cliff, I can barely hear you. Try it again. I can't copy him. Jay?
I can hear the sound of his voice, but I can't make it out.
Cliff, we can't hear you anymore.
Lynn, I heard TY X-ray, over.
Well, whoever it was, talk to us. Maybe somebody can hear you. I don't hear a thing.
Maybe not.
What do you think, Jay?
I don't know. I didn't hear.
If you can get anybody to talk to you, go ahead. We may be done tonight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to... Well, let me see. I didn't say what I was on a while ago. I'm on a Kenwood TS850. I'm using the receive part of the DSP-100, not the transmit part, to go with it, and that helps me hear y'all. And I'm driving a Tentec 425 amplifier to distraction with the 850. So, if there's anyone out there that would like to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, come now.
KJ5OHN.
KK5OHN, go ahead, sir.
All right, this is Robert in San Antonio. I'm just scanning the band and hear y'all. It's pretty noisy, but y'all are coming in pretty good, at least the 5 stations.
All right. Anything else? Whatever.
Well, I'm pretty happy that America got that rocket off to the moon, that we had a successful launch without any leaks, on-time launch. I think that's pretty amazing that NASA actually did that.
Yeah, yes, sir. It is amazing what they can do. They had a guy on the news right after it, an old fellow from 53 years back. The last time we did that, something like that, a space editor, I think, or something. I don't remember. He was saying, everybody just hold on. because it's going to be more like the Jetsons quicker than you know. I don't know what he knows, but it sounds like it's going to be interesting.
I think Mr. Donald Trump said he was going to kick some butt if that rocket didn't go off on time.
Maybe that's what did it.
I think so. I think he said NASA was going to be history if they didn't get that off.
Well, he does have a way of getting performance out of people.
Well, I'm glad they did it. It looks like it's successful. I haven't been able to review every piece of data, but it appears that all the major systems are working. They're in their orbit around the Earth, and I guess they're preparing to blast off into the moon in a day or two.
I believe they said they were going to punch it towards Luna tomorrow.
So I heard somebody saying that there was some refueling test that SpaceX was involved in with this. Anybody hear anything about that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. To me, I don't think there's any refueling test on this mission, but somebody told me there was.
I wouldn't be surprised. Elon surprises everybody. You never know what he's going to do next. All righty, Bob. I better get back to the net. So thank you, sir, for checking in. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. 73s.
7-3. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Net to this evening?
AI5 AM. Hey, John and Clean.
A good deal. I want to talk to you on the phone later if it's okay there, John, but go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in. I'm not on a boat anchor tonight or anything like that, but I just wanted to jump in and say hi to you, Jay. I know we hadn't talked in a while, so yeah, I'll be calling you or talking to you at some point. I do have a 2-meter net right here at 8 o'clock, so I won't be available till probably 9. So, but yeah, we'll reach out and talk before. Certainly before you get over here next week. So anyway, I'll let it go. AI5 AM. Thanks, Jay.
Okay. Well, I'll make it easy on you. Just whenever you get a chance, just give me a holler.
Will do.
All right. Thank you, John. Checking in. Anyone else for the boat anchors?
Whiskey 5 Yankee Papa's for the count.
Whiskey 5 Yankee Papa. Go ahead.
Just in for the count tonight, Jay. Appreciate you picking me up.
Oh, okay. Thanks, sir. Anyone else?
W1BG.
Good Lord. Hadn't heard you in a while. W1BG. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're just in for the count also. Not here to boat anchor or buy, sell, or trade anything, but heard you in there. Always say howdy.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Well, looks like we're gonna have a pretty good count anyway, in spite of conditions.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for checking in. Anyone else before I turn it back to Lynn for the ribbons? Well, I guess not. I'm gonna make one more try. Whiskey, Ponca City. Dave, are you around? I guess not. You want to tie it up, or you want to tie it up? You want me to, Lynn?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Carry on, or I'll do it. Doesn't matter either way.
I'm sorry. Go second.
I say I'll go ahead and just thank everybody for being here tonight. It was a tough evening, worst conditions we've had in a long, long time, and I hope it gets better for the rest of the summer, because we all got tired of listening to this noise. But I'm glad that we had a nice turnout, and we heard some great radios, and everybody carry on. Let's do it again next week. K5LYN.
Very good. And I appreciate it, too. I appreciate y'all's participation. KM5 QS 73s all around. We now return the frequency you normally use.
Well, we were spoiled by this past winter when it was so good.
I'm sorry, no, I turned away from the radio. Do what?
I just said we were spoiled by the great conditions we had this winter.
Oh, I know. It wasn't near this bad last week. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. Well, that's the other thing, Lynn. It's not dark yet. The time is stretching out, and maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I'm not a daylight savings time person. I'm not a fan of it at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, we'll stagger on through it.
Well, it's not like they give us any choice. We could move to Arizona, but it wouldn't make much difference. Then we just wouldn't have any water at all.
Yeah, that's right. See everybody next week.
All right, me too. KM5QS standby.
Hey, Lynn, before you go, are you going to Belton?
Oh, absolutely. I've got to go to Belton. Y'all go hungry if I don't.
I know you're going, Jay. I was asking Will, K5LYN, are you going to Belton?
On Friday, but not Saturday.
Roger that, Friday. I'll be there Friday and Saturday.
Catch you then.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to butt in. Bad conditions are not that great. I'll be quiet now. KM5QS.
Hey, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure everybody knows this is going to be my last Belton.
Oh?
Yep, I'm done. I'm going to be done with it. This is my last one. I'm getting out of the hobby.
Dang. Well, I'm not going to ask you. Not now, anyway. I'll see you there.
There you go, W5DK. You do know what day it is, right?
Yeah, pretty sure. You sucker, you.
All right, had you going for a minute. W5DK.
That was a good one, Don. You had me going too. KJ5GQ here in Mason.
All right, evening, guys. W5DK.
I'm going to give you a Dos Equis with an upside-down cap. Or maybe not.